You too, man. Ooh, we got some new lighting. Yes, sir, man. What's good, y'all? It's your boy London. We got another wrestling reaction video, man. This was posted a day ago, so I'm 1 day late. Not 3 days, not even 4 days late. And we're gonna really be talking about wrestling today. Before I have to head and leave for work, we're gonna knock this video off. It's two videos in one. We got what's going on with WWE. My mouse, sorry. WWE stars are fed up with their bad themes. WWE changed Charlotte Flair's plans, and then a reason why Roman Reigns, the OTC, is written off TV. So, if you don't know why is Roman written off TV, it's a kayfabe injury. He's not literally injured, but he might be. I don't know. He's not injured. It's a kayfabe injury. He might have something going on behind the scenes. Because, for sure, everyone knows that he had leukemia. So, I don't know if something with that. But, anywho, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to WrestleMania, man. Number one news source, in my opinion, for wrestling news. And, yeah, we're going to talk about everything today. WWE just released, I should say, 8 superstars out right now, because we just got some releases yesterday and today. So they released a lot of people today. The past 2 days, to yesterday and today, they released a bunch of people. And let's get into it. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications for more videos, because I be posting every single week, y'all. So anywho, let's get into it.
What is going on, guys? It is WrestleMania here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including the real reason that WWE took Roman Reigns off television. WWE have changed their plan with Charlotte Flair, Brie Bella returning to WWE, Tiffany Stratton looking to team with Sabrina Carpenter, WWE talent fed up backstage, rumors on a new international PLE, the new final boss, Seth Rollins was happy to see Hogan booed, Samantha Irvin promises a return to wrestling, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on WrestleMania XL. And now let's see the intro and get straight into our first story.
Let's get into it, man. What's the first thing on the news, man?
Our first story looks at the real reason why WWE took Roman Reigns off television. The top of today's news is the reason behind WWE's move to write Roman Reigns off with a storyline injury, and whether it has anything to do with the upcoming Elimination Chamber PLE. Reigns, who made it clear he wants the WWE Undisputed Championship, not only lost the Royal Rumble, but took a post-match beating at the hands of rival wrestler Seth Rollins. Rollins used Reigns' head as a practice for his curb stomp, with the visionary acting like he was trying to scrape something off his shoe. But now the Observer is reporting on the WWE's reasoning behind writing Reigns off. This was to keep Reigns out of the chamber since he wasn't winning it anyway and thus would have to be pinned, and WWE never has its top faces or Rhodes or Reigns lose via pin unless there's a major storyline reason directly stemming from the pin to do so. Yeah, you could be sure that Roman Reigns' status as a tribal chief means pinfall losses will be rare, despite him no longer holding a world title. Next up, John Cena's remaining appearances revealed. Now, if you're wondering how many appearances John Cena has left in WWE, well, Cena, whose much publicized 2025 retirement tour saw him end up as the runner-up at this year's Royal Rumble, but he won't be back until first March's Elimination Chamber. Now, this situation has led some fans to question why Cena isn't appearing more. Cena took time off after the Rumble to appear in the film Matchbox, but that doesn't mean his appearances going forward will be limited. The Observer reported that with 36 days on his contract for 2025, and he'll only have done 3 in the first 2 months, that leaves him with 33 in the last 43 weeks of the year, meaning he'll be almost a regular weekly character when he's done with the current movie. Now, it's unknown how many wrestling matches Cena will work, but rest assured that his quest for the 17th world title will drive his retirement storyline. Next up, WWE changes its plan for Charlotte Flair. Now, wondering whether Charlotte Flair will play a babyface, a tweener, or a heel? While initial rumors suggested WWE wanted the Queen to play a tweener, Dr. Chris Featherstone reports that WWE now feels Flair works best as a heel as she enters into the program with Tiffany Stratton. Flair received a harsh reception from the crowd during her appearance on the 3rd February Raw following a Rumble win. While some fans lambasted the crowd for booing her, it's important to remember that some fans believe Charlotte's Rumble win was predictable and unnecessary. However, WWE is making the right move with having Charlotte Flair play a heel, as it just doesn't make any sense for her to go in as a babyface after she just won the Rumble. Next up, Brie Bella returning to WWE. During the recent edition of the Nikki and Brie show, Nikki Bella, who made her surprise return at the Women's Royal Rumble, hinted that her sister Brie may be joining her in the company soon. She mentioned, "Is this a one-off or is she here to stay? Keep tuning in. You'll see another fearless Nikki appearance sooner than later, that is for sure. I'm definitely doing more than what I just did on Saturday. Hopefully Brie Mode will be by my side soon, more on that to come." Do you guys want Brie Bella to return to WWE along with Nikki? Are we going to get a full run with the Bella twins again? Next up, WWE talent fed up and frustrated backstage. Now there's growing frustration with Def Rebel, the outfit that produces the majority of music for various WWE superstars. Def Rebel's music has been criticized for fans for being too generic, leading to fans being unable to tell one wrestler's entrance from another, a real common complaint from this year and last year's Rumble. Our Fightful Select is reporting that various WWE talents have voiced their frustration with their theme songs, as well as frustration with the song's quality. Now this isn't the first time that fans have heard that WWE talent are upset with the group, and it seems unlikely to change until Def Rebel really move on. But could this be the straw that breaks the camel's back and they finally get rid of them once and for all? All I say is just try and bring back Jim Johnson. Do whatever you can. Just bring back somebody who knows how to do themes right. Next up, Tiffany Stratton looking to team with Sabrina Carpenter.
Now, when it comes to Def Rebel, I like some of the things that they did. I just want to know what superstars that don't like their themes. Because I'm going to go on Apple Music, right? I can tell you, in my opinion, what Def Rebel, like, some of those songs are generic. Like, the only good songs that Def Rebel are the only good Def Rebel songs are Trick Williams, Seth freaking Rollins, Roman Reigns' newest theme, I Am Greatness, Let Down, the LA Knight song, so I did not know that. The only fire like ones that they really cooked with was Jacob Fatu's, Braun Breakers is cool. I like they changed DIY's theme, but Def Rebel with the rock version of DIY's theme song. I like that one. I like Bailey's. Damian Priest is okay. Damage Control. Low key, I don't like Damage Control's theme right now. Like, I should say around WrestleMania 40 back then, last year's was fire, but I don't like this one. And Rhea Ripley's. Okay, Def Rebel really cooked Rhea Ripley's, but I would like to know like who song. I want to know who wrestlers don't like their theme song, because there's actually a couple fire Def Rebel songs. But low key, yeah, bring back Jim Johnson if y'all need to, because low key he was cooking with the theme songs. Example, Triple H.
Now Tiffany Stratton is making it clear she wants to team with actor and musical artist Sabrina Carpenter at WrestleMania. Tiffany chatted with the crew from the YouTube show Ring the Bella, explaining, "I've been in my Sabrina Carpenter era. She's my inspo. She better be my WrestleMania partner or whatever. She better sing my entrance music or something." And Tiffany added that Carpenter's fashion inspired the outfit she wore when she successfully cashed in a Money in the Bank briefcase on Nia Jax. We couldn't think of a more better pairing, right? Next up, rumors on a new...
Low key, not her wrestling, but have her like do a song, like her most popular song. I don't know what it is, but she has some good songs. Have her perform it, and then boom, TV time come out.
New international PLE. Now is WWE planning another international PLE for 2025? Fans already know that the promotion has 2 events booked for the international venues of 1st March's Elimination Chamber in Toronto, Canada, and 31st August Clash in Paris scheduled for Paris, France. But now WrestleVotes is reporting, so in an update from this week's show with Bill Apter here on Tuesday night's Backstage Pass, we can confirm WWE has had discussions of hosting this year's Money in the Bank from an international location in early July. Speaking on the Sportskeeda Backstage Pass Patreon show, WrestleVotes clarified, However, our sources states nothing is said at this time. Currently on the books for WWE International include a Saudi Arabia date in June, as well as the Clash in Paris PLE announced for August that WrestleMania broke last week. 2024 featured several international shows including Money in the Bank, Clash at the Castle, Bash in Berlin, Backlash, and of course the WWE's usual shows in Saudi Arabia. In last year's case, the King and Queen of the Ring, along with Crown Jewel. WWE shows in the foreign markets have done blockbuster business.
Turn on the magic with Display Lumino. Meet the new generation of illuminated wall art with ultra-thin motion.
Giving international fans more opportunities to see WWE PLEs live, while increasing demand for PLEs in the US. Where would you want to see a PLE in WWE in 2025? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, why Penta isn't looking to be the next Rey Mysterio. Penta El-Zero has taken WWE by storm, putting in blockbuster matches and winning the WWE Universe over at a breakneck speed, only rivaled in his in-ring quickness. However, does Penta want to be the next Mysterio? Well, Penta spoke with Chris Van Vliet about this, responding, "Bro, I have the best answer for that. He's a true one. I don't want to be the next Rey Mysterio. I want to be the first Penta El-Zero Miedo in WWE because Rey Mysterio has my respect. Rey Mysterio is the legend. Rey Mysterio is my role model, brother. I don't want to be like this, you know?" Penta explained his reasoning, saying, "I want to be the first Penta because my style is very different. My style in the ring is different, like very Mysterio. Rey Mysterio inspired me, of course, but I don't want to be the same like this." While wrestling is known for talents paying tribute to top stars by emulating some of their elements, or in some cases wrestlers blatantly ripping off another wrestler to try and get over, Penta seems to have the right idea. The WWE Universe has seen the promotion try and fail to introduce luchadors to be the next Mysterio, including both versions of Sin Cara, Kalisto, and several others. The best thing Penta can do is to be, well, himself, and that seems to be working. Next up, the new final boss. Now get set for a major overhaul for current NXT General Manager Ava Raine. The 4th gen superstar has done a great job as NXT's authority figure, but according to WrestleVotes, Creative has begun putting plans in motion for NXT General Manager and of course, the real-life daughter of The Rock, Ava, to be featured more prominently on TV, as well as have merchandise and character ties to her father, alluding to his final boss persona. WrestleVotes went on to say, "We're told plans could include her playing the final boss character on TV as a way to raise her importance. Ava, from all accounts, is well liked and could have a big future with the company." Now, it's no word if WWE wants Ava to return to the squared circle. While she wrestled as part of Joe Gacy's Schism faction, she's become an authority figure after Gacy disbanded the group. What do you think of her being the next final boss? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Seth Rollins was happy to see Hogan booed. As Seth Rollins is speaking out about the loud boos Hulk Hogan received at Raw's 6th January debut episode of Raw on Netflix. In case you missed it, the fans in the City of Angels booed Hogan while the Hulkster tried to promote his Real American beer. Hogan recently appeared on the Pat McAfee show, claiming that he thought politics played a big reason for the boos, as well as him being a WCW heel. However, Seth Rollins feels the boos were well earned. He mentioned on Good Morning Football, "I'm all there for people getting what they deserve. That's how I feel about Hulk Hogan getting booed. If you're getting booed by the masses, there's a reason for it, alright? So I don't know if Hulk finally understands the scope, but people get what they deserve, so I'm happy to see it." As some Hogan critics claim the former superstar never atoned for the racist remarks that surfaced several years ago, hence the boos. Rollins clarified on the difference between his respect for Hogan's accomplishments as a wrestler and his personal life. "I love to see it. I've said this about the Hulkster before. He's a guy that got me in this industry. What he's done for our business, I'll never take away. But I do think there's some responsibility he needs to own up to that he hasn't yet." What do you guys think of Rollins' remarks? Is he on the money? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, the real reason why Seth Rollins was dropped from the Marvel movie. A Captain America Brave New World will be released soon, but WWE superstar Seth Rollins won't be in the latest Marvel movie, despite shooting scenes for the superhero film. The film's director is now discussing why Rollins' role was removed. He chatted with comicbook.com about why Seth didn't make the final cut, revealing that Rollins was a cast member of the villainous group, the Serpent Squad. He noted that the film's direction changed, and as for Seth, I love Seth. Seth's incredible, but we're evolving and we knew he had an additional photography period. Just one that...
Yeah, his scene got cut, and the reason why he in the movie, it had a lot of rewrites. I don't know if that movie got in the middle between the writer's strike when that happened. Because, like, so many movies and, like, TV shows, a whole bunch of stuff got delayed because the writer's strike. That's why we got Deadpool so late. But when it came to this, his appearance got leaked, and it was like, okay, he's gonna be in a Marvel movie. So that was really going big on Twitter/X. And then we hear when the trailer like comes out, we hearing that his scene got cut, and originally he was in the movie. And then he said on Chris Van Leet's interview, the latest interview he had, his scene got cut. But it was nothing like on no like disrespectful, no hate or nothing. It's just his scene didn't get made in the movie, and like he's saying right here, it just didn't make it.
That we did early on in the process that's planned. Seth's cut from the Brave New World isn't as shocking as it may seem, as the film had major reshoots, with rumours that test audiences didn't rate the film highly. And finally, Samantha Irvin promises a return to wrestling. And last but not least, former WWE ring announcer Samantha Irvin is letting fans know she's not finished with pro wrestling. Irvin, who shocked fans last year when she announced she was leaving WWE to pursue other ambitions, spoke with US Today saying, "My wrestling career's barely even begun. I think it would be an absolute waste of everything that I've done so far to not continue the story. I gotta finish my story." Are you guys looking forward to Samantha's eventual return to wrestling? Let us know in the comments down below. And I'll see you next.
Low key, she has to come back doing ring announcing. Or she did say when she did like the WWE, she would like to do like be like a manager or something. Either or, like regardless, bro, she needs to be in the Hall of Fame for the best ring announcer for a female. We got Lillian Garcia, like the top one, like literally like like Lillian Garcia and Samantha Irvin are the two best female ring announcers of all time for females. For the best of all time for females, both of them. There ain't no one or two like who's number one, number two. They're just both phenomenal. And since this video is done, we're gonna go to another video. And we're gonna figure out. We got 10 wrestlers being released and why. And this was they're gonna probably talk for who got released from yesterday and today. And also I see there's a Raw, not Raw, a SmackDown recap. So we're gonna skip that. No, we don't want that. We'll skip. And let's get
into it. Are you really the last person to find out about the skip ads forever button? This is Pi, and if it sounds familiar to you, it's probably...
Alright, let's get into the news. Let's see what's going on with releasing.
Our first story is huge, as our first story looks at mass WWE releases. Now our top news story concerns a new set of releases by WWE. As Fightful Select is reporting that WWE decided on the releases when SmackDown went to air. The following superstars will no longer be in the promotion: Ackerman Razar of Authors of Pain, Paul Ellering, Blair Davenport, Cedric Alexander, and Sonya Deville. It also seems that WWE have added a 6th superstar released by WWE, as now Isla Dawn has confirmed that she has been released by WWE. Isla Dawn made the news public via her Instagram, saying on a story, "Here for a good time, not a long time. See you in 90. But in other breaking news, after the news of Isla Dawn being released by WWE, it hasn't stopped there, as Fightful Select also confirmed that Giovanni Vinci has been released by the WWE. Now this was just a travesty for Vinci, as he was literally buried on his return, and now he's been released. But it still doesn't stop there, as Fightful Select has also confirmed that the Good Brothers have been released by WWE. What are the reasons behind these releases? Well, the WWE's latest releases...
some good superstars. Like, bro, y'all released this old dude, I don't know his name. Y'all released these dudes. I don't know if they was in the Final Testament. I don't know. I keep on thinking of their faces, but no, but they rolled with Seth Rollins at some point during the COVID days. Y'all released these two, AOP, this dude, one of them girls from the tag team, that girl, Giovanni. I did not know he was in Imperium. I didn't even know that until now. Y'all released the Good Brothers, Carlos Anderson and Luke Galloway. If that's the name, if I said it right. And two, y'all released Sonya Deville of, I forgot that, Pure Fusion Collective. Like, I'm trying to figure out that dog. Y'all released that. That girl got released it like what, twice? She got released it twice, which is crazy. And then yeah, let's figure out what's the reasons behind the releases. But I know for sure it's gonna be like they're not using them or just something else. Because low key, I haven't seen these dudes in a minute. Haven't seen Miss Daw in a minute. This dude, it's been a minute since he was on TV. Cedric Alexander, he was just on NXT when Ava and my boy, dang it, I forgot his name, but what's the name? Dude broke his jaw. Javante Evans, yeah. Javante Evans. But that's crazy.
What are the reasons behind these releases? Well, the WWE's latest releases aren't a surprise because fans have repeatedly seen the promotion release talent at different times during the year. As with past releases, there are general and specific reasons. The general reasons are what fans have seen countless times, of WWE cutting its budget and trimming the fat from a bloated roster. TKO Holdings is constantly looking for ways to cut costs, something fans have seen with the company releasing employees ever since WWE merged with Endeavor. As we've suggested in past videos, the WWE roster is so big that talent releases are inevitable, and there's no reason to justify maintaining such an extensive roster of rarely used wrestlers backstage. When you look at WWE's talent roster and consider how infrequently talent are used, it's surprising there actually haven't been more releases recently. And these cuts, while unfortunate, are likely seen as a way of opening the door for NXT talent to jump to the main roster while the WWE trains and evaluates the many potential superstars working their way through the Performance Center, and of course future stars in the WWE ID program looking to get brought into the WWE. Now it's important to distinguish between WWE releasing talent and WWE opting not to renew talent's contracts, something recently seen with Baron Corbin. Fightful Select is reporting on the reasons behind each wrestler's release as number 1, Sonya Deville. As in Deville's case, WWE chose not to renew her option and Fightful reports Sonya will be a free agent soon. Deville was off WWE television for a significant period after tearing her ACL in 2023. She returned, eventually joining Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark in the Pure Fusion Collective. Number 2, AOP. Ackerman and Razor returned to WWE, joining manager Paul Ellering in Karrion Kross's final testament. A rumor has it that the two may have had backstage heat, which played a role into their exit. According to Fightful, AOP came into WWE with a bit of heat throughout the industry due to some of their outside projects, one of which saw a few people in wrestling put money in and they were upset they didn't get it back. One person in WWE said that that could be the reason they were put with Karrion Kross, who is generally well liked. AOP had been adamant that Paul Ellering joined the group with them when they were re-signed. They were actually under a contract a number of months before reappearing. Many in the company saw it as a rough omen when they were hardly on TV with Kross. There were no creative plans for AOP and Ellering following the Wyatts. Number 3, Paul Ellering. Paul Ellering's return with AOP was well received by fans who enjoyed watching Ellering guide the team during its time in NXT. One rumor is that AOP asked for Ellering to be brought back when WWE asked the team to return. With AOP gone, WWE likely felt it did not need precious Paul Ellering anymore. Number 4, Blair Davenport. Blair Davenport's release was a big disappointment for her fans who'd hoped her 2024 call-up to SmackDown would actually lead to big things. It didn't, and like several other superstars who were leaving, WWE claims it had no plans for her. In fact, she only had about 4 matches on SmackDown before her release. Now, Davenport is only 28 and there's already talk she'll be hired once her non-compete clause expires. Number 5,
when I was young, I wanted to be a doctor, but I ended up making oatmeal. I'm Brian Tate. I'm the
Cedric Alexander. Cedric is another WWE superstar who's been missing in action from television. With WWE having no plans for him for years, rumor has it that AEW's Hurt Syndicate are already asking Tony Khan to bring Cedric in so he can join AEW's version of the Hurt Business. However, he will have to wait the 90-day no-compete clause. Well, it seems that talent was actually caught off guard, as Dr. Chris Featherstone recently reported on Twitter that they've been informed that some WWE talent were quote-unquote caught off guard from the latest string of releases, especially since most of them were recently on television or scheduled to receive more exposure. Are you guys surprised by these releases? Let us know in the comments down below. We're all wishing them the best though. Next up, AEW fires a wrestler after arrest. Now please note that this following story may trigger survivors of domestic abuse, so please skip to our next story if that is the case. Now in other release news, AEW has parted ways with longtime AEW star Bear Boulder, aka Thomas Wansaw. Unlike the WWE releases, there's a significant reason for Boulder's release, as Fightful Select Sean Ross Sapp is reporting Bear Boulder has been fired by AEW. The company learned that he'd been arrested for battery by strangulation in January and cut him from the company. According to Newsweek, Wansaw was arrested on January 13, 2025. The victim has been identified as his fiancée. Boulder worked in the team The Iron Savages, and his court case is still pending. Next up, is WWE looking for big things for Drew McIntyre? Drew McIntyre's move to SmackDown is official, and if the rumors are true, WWE has big things planned for the Scottish Warrior. The Observer discussed WWE's plans for Drew, noting McIntyre will work a program with Damian Priest that leads to a WrestleMania match, but that's just the beginning though. As according to The Observer, there's also a plan right now to get to Rhodes vs McIntyre, which was scheduled for 2023 before Rhodes ended up not winning the title that year. They added that WWE originally wanted to run a Drew vs Cody Rhodes program in 2023, but WWE's decision to wait another year before putting the Undisputed Championship on Cody Rhodes managed to nix these plans. Next up is Alexa Bliss joining the Wyatt Six. Now is Alexa Bliss gonna join the Wyatt Six, as Bliss, who had a popular run as Bray Wyatt, aka the Fiend's devil doll until she turned on him, appears to be headed for a new pairing, this time with Uncle Howdy's cadre of creeps, the Wyatt Six. Fans saw a hint of things to come as there were video glitches during Bliss's bout with Candice LeRae, glitches that fans associate with the Wyatt Six. The move, while not unexpected, is sure to please fans who were hoping for Little Miss Bliss to rejoin the faction when she returned from maternity leave. Bliss also put a hint in her Lily doll, as the eye has a number 6 in it. Next up, Rey Fenix updates fans on his contract status. Now, Penta El Zero is in the midst of a successful run in WWE following his January debut, but when can fans expect to see his brother Rey Fenix in WWE? While we haven't heard specifics, Phoenix recently updated fans during an interview saying, yeah, basically I'm still under contract with an additional extension. I'm waiting to be used, to be called to work, or to have my situation clarified a little more. AEW hasn't used Phoenix in months, leading to growing frustration as he made it clear he wanted AEW to release him, and the company added time to his contract as a result of time missed due to injuries, which WWE also does to their contracted talent. Phoenix revealed that he'd be staying in shape during his time off and also worked on fulfilling personal goals. I'm doing personal projects like buying my house and a future for my children, but I could have had the option of continuing to work every weekend, but nobody stays in a place where they're not wanted. With AEW showing no signs of releasing Phoenix, it may be a while before WWE fans see the Lucha Brothers together in WWE. Next up, Penta talks his WWE dream matches. Now, speaking of Rey's brother, which WWE superstars would Penta El Zero like to work with? While there are many potential great matches between Penta and WWE talent, El Zero gave Chris Van Vliet his wish list of opponents, and they include John Cena, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Jacob Fatu, Braun Breaker, and a special one as Finn Balor.
Man, John Cena is going to be retiring this year, so hopefully we might see a John Cena versus Penta. I can't really picture that. I could picture him, of course, with Finn Balor. I have a feeling like, man, I don't know how old is Finn Balor, but he got to bring back the Demon before, like, he retires. Like, bring him, like, got to bring back Demon Finn Balor, baby. And then Braun Breaker, he said 0 medal to him because he hunting for that IC title, man. Jacob Fatu, he might destroy him. Roman Reigns, he's not ready for OTC. Seth Rollins, yay or nay, yes, no, maybe. Cody, I could see something with Cody. I could see Penta, because I don't know, I should say Penta's a babyface. So, you know what I'm saying? Homelander heel, Cody Rhodes against Penta.
Now, every one of these matches sound like an instant classic, but what's missing is a dream match with Rey Mysterio.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, Penta's already faced Mysterio in Lucha Underground, but you'd think you'd want to revisit the match in WWE. Next up, Nikki Bella's reason for returning to WWE. And last but not least, Nikki Bella's Royal Rumble was a well-received surprise, and according to WrestleVotes, a well-received one with WWE management. Now one half of the Bella twins is revealing why she returned to WWE. You know, it's funny because Brie and I, for a while, we were just... once you're a wrestler, you're always a wrestler. You always crave getting back in. That's why we always make comebacks, right? Nikki, who seemed to distance herself from WWE at one point, told Access Hollywood more about her motivation to return. But I was just really yearning for it. You know, when you're in that ring, you find so much more of your empowerment, strength, and confidence, things like that. Things that I was really craving and yearning for myself, especially in my new era. And it's like I need Nikki Bella to help me put the pieces back together, you know what I mean? Yeah, getting my Bella back. Now, whilst this is purely speculation, returning to the familiar surroundings of WWE may have been therapeutic for Nikki, whose 2024 saw her embroiled in a divorce proceeding with Artem Chignivstev. Whatever the case, Nikki's return has fans buzzing and also talking of her sister Brie joining the WWE very shortly. But there you have it, folks, our look at SmackDown as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to...
Hey, man. Man, it's crazy how they released the 10 superstars. But here's the thing, though. I think the very first person to get released was Baron Corbin. So WWE released it like 11 superstars, but they released them in different like time periods. But it's sad to see those wrestlers go. Hopefully, they can make their way back to WWE, or you know what I'm saying, go to AEW or any other promotion, Indies, AEW, TNA, either or. But yeah, man. Hey, that's it for this video, man. Talked about the WWE releases and then what's going on with the... What was the last video titled? What's going on with the themes, and then a whole bunch of big changes with Charlotte Flair. You know what I'm saying? So, it's your boy, Who's London, man. I'm out. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe on this video, man. Go look at my other videos, man, on the past news if you're not up to date with this. You know what I'm saying? Follow WrestleMania, subscribe to him. The link to the channel will be in the description. And be safe. I'm out.